Today I'm going to be showing you how to do the CV axle replacement. This is a Sierra. This will be similar to the Silverados, the Suburbans, the Escalades, the Denalis, and the Avalanche, and the Yukons. Pretty much all the little SUVs. Same thing for the 2500s too, so any four-wheel drive system. Now if you do this side, this is the driver's side. It is similar to the passenger side too as well, but anyways, you're going to need a 21 millimeter to take off the lug nuts. And then jack stand points are on the frame itself. So as you can see right there, I lifted up from right there on this subframe right here, and I was able to lift up both wheels at once, and then I put the jack stands. So if you're gonna do one side, make sure you do that, since we're gonna be under the car. So right here we have the dust boot that's covering the CV axle nut. We're gonna get a flathead screwdriver and then a hammer. So we're gonna try our best to not damage this as much as possible. So you want to give it light taps. So we'll just tap it lightly, so while hitting it at an angle. So just like that. And then once we got it, at this point we can pretty much just kind of spin it just like that, and it should come off that pretty easy. And then we're going to use a 36 millimeter socket to take this off. You can rent these out at the auto parts store. The next, what you can do, you can spray some WD-40 or some penetrating oil on there, and then you can tap right here, put like, you know, like a little cold chisel punch right here and hit it right there. But since we're replacing the axle, we don't really care. And then obviously this one moves, so I'm not really worried about it. So now we're gonna go to the other part. All right, so right in there, we're gonna go ahead and take off those 15 millimeter bolts. There's 6 of them in total. So before we do anything else too, if you don't have an impact gun, what you can do is you can put a screwdriver or a flathead like right in one of the holes, and then say we'll go ahead and put it right here, and then this will lock. So you see how that, and so we can loosen up the bolts. So we're going to go ahead and take off these bolts that hold in the shock. Those are going to be 14 millimeters. So on the upper strut tower, because I guess we got to take off the shock, we're going to have this little clip right here. So you're just going to go ahead and spin that. That sits right up on the bolt. So spin that right off, and there's going to be 3 18 millimeter bolts. Don't forget to mark it. So we're gonna go ahead and mark it with the whiteout pen. So we'll just do, you know, one little bolt right here, and then we'll do that little dot right there, so that we know how our shock will go back. So we'll go ahead and take off those bolts right there. See if I can do this all with one hand. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and push the shock out the way. We'll just probably lift it up through here. And now we'll be able to pop out the CV axle and slide it right out. So now we're going to go ahead and reverse the order. And then we're going to pull this guy right back and kind of tilt it at a little angle. And then we'll kind of rotate it, spin it right in, and then we'll line up everything. Now, when we want to tighten the bolts, we're going to put our flathead right here on this side now. So when we're tightening the clockwise, that this is going to stop it right there. We'll go ahead and finish that little process. Alright, so right here at this point, do everything by hand and then wiggle the axle as you're tightening the bolts by hand, just in case if it's kind of like a little off-centered or something. Rather be safe than sorry. So now at this point, we're going to go ahead and tighten each bolt by hand. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and install our shock. So we'll put it in all the way down first, and then we'll lift it right up. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and put in the shock. We're going to get a pry bar right here, and then we'll just go ahead and angle it right in. Close. So now we're going to go ahead and put in our axle nut. And then we'll put in our dust cover. And then you're going to go ahead and put on your wheel. Once you put on the wheel, you're going to go in a star pattern. So you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that's how you'll tighten them. And then you'll go ahead and lower the car. If this video helped you out, give it a thumbs up. Comment down below if you have any questions. And hit that subscribe button for more upcoming videos. And thanks for watching.